I think that the big miracle of science, that the one that all of the great scientists connect to, even Einstein, who like was was in some ways, depending on how you read him, a big atheist. Einstein Einstein would look at space and the cosmos and the Earth and know how small and tiny and puny and insignificant we are. And like, this is a dude who was an atheist, and this is the same dude who said, "I cannot believe that God plays dice with the universe." Actually, the official saying wasn't like what he actually said, wasn't like that, but something like that. But I think that, like, in order to appreciate any sort of science, you need to look at the universe and say, like, there's something going on that's a lot bigger than just us little monkey men on a rock. And yes, we were created, but like, the odds against humanity existing are catastrophic. There's like a 1 in 1 a 1 in 1 times 10 to the 37 billionth something possibility that, like, that the chain of events that happened that put like fish out of the sea and like on land and whatever you believe about creation or evolution, the idea that humans exist and that we're intelligent and that we have like two hands that work, thank God, most of us, is amazing and brilliant. But the idea that a planet could be at the exact right distance from the sun in order to support this sort of carbon based life forms that breathe this combination of oxygen and like, just the idea that we breathe in some form of oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide, and that there are plants around who need carbon dioxide and emit oxygen, like, that's the simplest system in the world, but it works, and we have this symbiotic relationship, and like, all the way down to aphids and ants that help each other out and survive, and like, the idea that this zillion coincidences, and granted, evolution is a part of that, and like, there are things that didn't work as well, but the idea that we've evolved this language that we talk to each other in, and these physical rules that we can build buildings that we live in, and the fact that everything in creation or in the history of the universe got us to this point where, like, I can click a button and all of a sudden I'm like watching myself on YouTube. Ah, it's amazing. It feels like there's got to be someone behind it, or something, or some like higher power. But like, Einstein and Feynman and Oppenheimer, all of these people who were like working with molecules and working with the smallest parts of what we're made up of, they all speak of this thing that they saw, and this underlying order to the universe, and like, damn, I can't believe it exists, and I can't believe all of the coincidences, and I have to believe, because I don't have any choice. Like, something made it happen.